the red
post.
Yeah, and then type in live.
Just live?
Yeah. Because YouTube sometimes tries to hide it, so you gotta share it. And then just hit post. Alright. And then hit the bottom left where the comment section shows so you can see the comments right there. Yeah. Hit live chat.
Live chat. It's right there.
Yeah, just hit it though. Live chat. Alright. Shalom.
Hey, shalom, shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Basically, we were just on the road, and the spirit hit, engaging in holy conversation. And so, just going into counting the cost, all right, and going into those, which the brother got the precept, but going into men that labored, okay, but we're not able to continue laboring, those that fell out. Now there's a scripture that talks about you can do all these good works, but if you don't finish it, or if you do one bad thing, you're going to be known, all right, for that bad thing, as opposed to like a sinner that repents, and starts doing righteousness, he's going to be rewarded and known for his righteousness, all right. But a righteous man that goes off and sins, he's going to be known as the man that went off. Okay. Now going into those that fail to count the cost, the scriptures talk about, there's a parable that Yahushua gave concerning the sower, and the seeds, all right, which you have some, which we'll go into it, but you have some that the seeds, some of them fell on good ground, and then it goes into those that the prophets, those that received the word, or the elect, I should say, that received the word and they were built for it, so they were able to, continue in it and endure and grow. But then you also have those who, when they first heard it, they received it with joy, and you would almost think that, they were built for it. They received it with joy. Yeah, I'm all about it. All right. But when it comes to actually, putting in the work, they couldn't do it because they weren't built for it, So just because this sounds like it is, it's fun and you want to be a part of this, ultimately you have to be built for it. Like we were talking about that dude who believed Yahushua healed him. I think is the one who had legions on him. He had a legion of demons.
Yeah, there was one that was there was one that had legions on him, and then there was another one that he saw Yahushua. Oh, don't go yet. Keep going straight. He saw Yahushua, and then he asked him, "Master, if I could follow you." All right, Yahushua said, "Nah." But after he healed him, that's right. After he healed him with the legion. And then he said, "Oh, can I follow you?" He said, "Nah, just go and go show yourself to the priest." I think there was one that was a leper.
Yeah.
And he cleansed him, and then he said, "Go show yourself to the priest." So to show that you've been cleansed.
Right. It wasn't his lot to be a disciple. To continue in because you know what? Ultimately, like you said, Yahushua saw through his spirit and saw that it wouldn't be beneficial to the Lord's business to have to the Lord's ministry to have him be a part of it. Okay, because at the end of the day, he wouldn't continue in it, as Paul told Timothy, "Continue thou in the things which thou hast learned." Okay.
So yeah, and that applies even to today. Like even the apostles always bring it out about the people. All right, keep going. The thousands of people that came into the school. All right, back during the time of One West. All right, when they came back, when they were in the school, a lot of them, they didn't count the cost, so they fell out. And the same thing now, you got a lot of men, all right, that even young men that we know, all right, who came into this truth, we labored with, we broke bread with, and so on and so forth. Guess what? They weren't able to hang, like going back to the point that if you're not built for this, you can't do the work of somebody who's built for a specific task.
That's right.
You have carpenters, you have soldiers, you have fathers, you have farmers, you have husbands, you
warriors.
Have all kinds of different professions.
Yep.
And there's a profession for a prophet. There's a profession for a teacher. There's a profession for so many different lots.
Right.
But being a prophet is not something you could just wake up and do.
Right.
We don't look at other men and say, "Damn, that brother's on point. Damn, I wish I was like him." No. Because the Lord gave him a specific spirit, all right, to perform a specific task, okay? Now I'm gonna get this quick precept. This is the book of Luke chapter 14, verse 23. It says, "And the Lord said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled." And that's what we're doing now.
That's right.
All right, starting from our elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down, okay, we're laboring and we're gathering okay, compelling them to come in, okay, into this house. That them is talking about the elect.
It says through the fear of the Lord, therefore knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men.
That's
compel
right.
them.
That's right. All right. It says, verse 24, for I say unto you that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper. And it says, and there went great multitudes with them, and he turned and said unto them, if any man come to me and hate not his father and his mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. Okay, so a lot of men, the reason why they can't fulfill their lot, all right, or they can't complete the task, is because they're being held back by these things that Yahushua mentioned.
Right.
Mostly it's family members. Okay, you got mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters.
And it doesn't mean hate them, you know what I'm saying? It just means that you can't be overly attached to them over the Lord. You can't pick them over the Lord.
All right, for example, you gotta show up to camp, you gotta go teach the word, all right, and then my grandma in the hospital. That's understandable, but it's about how you go about it. You know, you got men, you might have a family member who's in the hospital, you pray for them and you have faith that they're gonna be healed, all right, so you go out there and say, you know what, I'm gonna go do the Lord's work, and then I'm gonna come back and deal with whatever it is that's happening here.
Right, like if it's a like a fresh emergency sign happening, you gotta go. That's different.
That's different.
But let's say you know what I'm saying, you dealt with the emergency, they're there, they're in good hands, they're doing better, they're recovering, but they're just in the hospital bed. Maybe you've been with them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come. You could go to camp.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Your actions show, all right, what's more important to you. You know, we did, man, you remember the sacrifices? You got to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
You know, you have to make sacrifices. And you have to be willing, all right, to lose the things in the world for Yahushua. And guess what? He rewards you, man.
It's part of counting the cost.
Exactly. You know? So continue, it says, he says, and he cannot be my disciple, meaning you can't be a follower of Yahushua. Okay, because you're being hindered by all these different things, all right, that's detaching you from the Lord's work.
That's right.
All right? Verse 27, and whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Okay, for which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it. Okay, so everybody gotta, before you come into this truth, you gotta think about what you're losing.
Right.
You're thinking about, okay, well, I'm gonna lose this, but how important is it to me? And how does it benefit this ministry? You know, just like Yahushua, he was on here for 33 years, but everything he did was to fulfill the lot that he was given. Okay, the promise that the Lord, the mission that the Lord sent him to do, all right, it took his life, okay, but he did it. You know, he wasn't complaining, he wasn't bitching and moaning and complaining, oh man, my mom said this, and my auntie's this, and my brother's this, and my sister said this. No.
Well, he said, who is my mother and my brother, and, you know?
That's it. You know, them that do the will of the Heavenly Father, those are my brothers, those are my mothers, those are my fathers, those are my sisters.
Shalom, Zaquan.
Hey, shalom, shalom.
Awesome.
Khan, Yah Bashmi Ashah Brakatah.
You know? Shalom to those watching too.
That's right. You know, so that's what we got to keep in mind. You know, because we're just reminiscing, talking about all these, you know, men that, you know, we used to labor with. And we're like, damn, I wonder what they're doing with their life now. You know, you got some of them, you know, doing all types of different things in the world. But and then we're talking about it, how if the Lord was to, Most High forbid, if the Most High was to take the truth away from us, what are we at that point? You know, what are you? You're nothing. You know, at that point, it's like, what's the point of even being on earth? You know, our whole life, all right, just like Yahushua said, you got to bear your cross. Your whole life is for this ministry, because you've grown to understand that I was put here to serve the Most High.
Hey, that's in Revelation 4 and the last verse.
Okay.
It'll tell you that all things were created for the pleasure, all right, the pleasure of Yahweh.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that means even Yahushua was created for the pleasure, all right, of Yahweh. Okay. So if you're not doing what's pleasing to the, damn, they killed that cat. I think that was a cat. Yeah. The valley of the shadow of death. You know, but if you're not doing what's pleasing to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, what is your, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing your purpose.
You're not doing your purpose, right?
You know?
Right. Hey, like the fig tree.
That's it. That's it.
Yahushua went there, he was trying to get some figs. You know, he gets there and it ain't got no fruits on it. It ain't got no figs. So what he do? He cursed it.
What's the point in having it?
What's the point? You know? So I'm gonna get this quick precept, Revelation 4 verse 11. It says, "Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power. For thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created."
Boom.
Okay, so we are servants of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, he's the reason why we're here on this earth today, to do a specific task. It's not just, oh, I created you just for my pleasure. No, I could just like the vessels that were
Fitted for
created,
wrath
exactly.
and for honor.
Exactly. So everyone is created. The potter, all right, creates the potsherd, okay, to fulfill to fulfill whatever it is that he wants it to do. So you might create one that's like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna use this to drink. I'm gonna use this to eat. I'm gonna use this to collect things. I'm gonna put coins in it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
Right.
Because I'm the one who created it for whatever I want it to be created for. You know, maybe I want water I want to drink water from this, so I create something to drink water from. So that's why the Lord did that. You know, but you got people who will see that and be like, oh, okay, well, shit, I see what you're doing. It sounds good to me, like the scriptures say that you know, you hear this word and when it goes first, when you taste it, it tastes sweet as honey, but once it hits your belly, it tastes bitter. You know, the bitter part is the reality. Because now you hearing it sounds like fantasy.
Yes,
oh, we're going to get the kingdom. We're going to get Isaiah 4:1 women. Oh, shit, we're going to be this. We're going to be that. Spiritual power this, you know? Or Esau going down. These are all fun things that you hear and are amazed by.
It's fine.
You know? But.
Let him have it.
No, he's not parking there.
I know. Oh, he's not parking there?
No. You know? But then once it hits your belly, when you have to actually partake in the mission, that's when you're like, oh, shit. Damn, son. You know, damn, this is tough. This is harder than I thought. Damn, I got to sacrifice this. I got to do this. I got to do that. Yes, you got to do this. You got to do that. You know, if you want that salvation, you got to put in the work. You know, you have to put in the work. You have to be willing to give up everything in this world to receive a little something from Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? Continuing, going back to Luke, the 14th chapter. All right.
Because I'm going to go drop off the thing.
Oh, yeah, come. All right, let's finish this real fast. Luke, the 14th chapter, going down, it says, continue, it says, verse 28, it says, for which of you intending to, oh, I read that already. Verse 29, less happily after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, it says all that behold it begin to mock him. So yeah, the angels even mock you, man. You know, you came into this thing all hot. Yeah, your brother, I know this precept, this and that, all this extra shit, right? You did all that, but then what happened? Why did you give up? It's because naturally the Lord didn't pick you. You know, he just used you as a vessel and then he kicked you out because you weren't built, man. You weren't built for this thing.
Right.
You know, you didn't count the cost. You started building, okay, which is a sad thing. You start building something and then you can't finish it. Everybody looking at you like, damn, bro, what the fuck? You did all that work, getting all this money, doing all this, and then what does it do? Now you owe money. Because let's say you loan some money to start a business, all right, and then now you can't even start the business because you didn't have what it takes to continue it.
Yeah, you start your business and then you know you didn't keep in mind that you got to pay for janitors. You got to set a payroll. You know, you got to pay for the building, the tax on the building, electricity. So here it is, you got everything set and you already hiring people, okay? But then you forget that, hold up, these people working here, but there's no electricity, you know? So now you looking stupid and they're like, yo, boss, you know, what's up? I can't get paid.
That's it.
You know, now you like, oh, damn, you know, I'm in a tight spot right now. Right. You know, we might need to withhold your paycheck for, you know, you looking stupid.
Right.
Because you didn't consider all of these different aspects as a part of starting a business. You know?
That's right. And this is the Lord's business.
Yep.
You know? Hey, scriptures say the Most High is not mocked. You know, because you come into this thing, you call upon the name of the Lord, you partake in the mission of the Lord and so on and so forth. You get to know the Most High. You're part of his sanctuary for a while, and then you fall out. All right, you're mocking the Most High. You're saying, I got all the blessings, you know, because the Most High will treat you right. When you first come into this truth, yeah, you're going to go through your hell and shit, but you get the rewards too. And
there's that scripture that says, after they have tasted of the Lord, it's impossible to reconcile you back after you left.
So you leave it.
You're like a dog going back to his vomit, and you crucify the Son of Man afresh.
Right. Verse 30 says, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000.
That's strategy.
That's strategy, exactly. Spiritual strategy. You know what I'm saying? It says, Or else, while the other is yet a great way away off, he sendeth an ambassage and desireth conditions of peace. So you you starting the war. You see what's coming. You say, oh, hold on, forget about everything we did. Let's just make peace. No, no. You already pissed him off. He already got all his army ready to go. It's like, imagine America about to go to war with Iran. And then all of a sudden, America just pull up out of nowhere and say, "Oh, forget about the killing that we did, all the revenge that you're gonna have on us. Just let's have peace." You think Iran is gonna be like, "Okay, let's
yeah, like after you done got the whole of NATO and everybody ready to back you up, and now you like, nah, let's sue for peace. They're gonna be like, well, what the hell's up with this? You know what I'm saying? What's up with America?
Continue. It says verse 33. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. Okay, so we're at the point, like we always say, we're at the point where even death can't take us away from this, from Yahushua, man.
Romans, yep.
You know,
Romans 8.
because we're so into this thing, like we said yesterday at camp. You know, you got to be built for this. Like the Lord literally has to build you for this ministry. You know, and if you're not built for it, you can hang for a little bit, but after a while, you're going to wither away. You know, you're going to wither away. It's like running a marathon. You know, you got people who just get to the point where just like, damn, I was training, but I got to this point where I just didn't think that it was going to be this much. I see it on TV. I thought it was cool. You see brothers teaching every day. You know, you thought it was easy, but once you start getting into it, that's when you're like, damn, it's freezing. I got to be out here like this. Damn, like, oh, we got to, you know, sometimes, you know, you hold a spiritual diet. You know, we call it a spiritual diet, but it's a fast, you know, and then you got to, you know, you go 2-3 days or whatever, and then you out there teaching, and you feel like you about to drop dead. But then the spirit picks you back up, and then you just keep going. And once the spirit leaves, you feel like, damn, I'm done, bro. I need some Gatorade, water, something.
I feel like Samson after that battle.
Yeah, you know, but you got to always remember that once you stay in the spirit, it's easier to flow. Now, if the spirit is not dealing with you, you're going to wither right away, man. You know, that's why a lot of people who come into this truth, they wither away. Thousands of men came into this thing and withered away, man.
Because you know what? They don't got that belly of living waters.
They don't got that. Yes,
see, when you stop staying in the spirit, your living waters become stagnant. You know, because what the world is, that's why the Lord said you can't be in the world and in the truth. You can't do both, because your living waters, your waters that are flowing, now when you get entangled with the affairs of the world, then there becomes a blockade in the middle of your river.
Right.
So now the water's flowing, but it keeps hitting this pillar, and then it gets backed up, right, and it's not able to flow. So it could go through channel 1, channel 2, but then it can't get to channel 3, 4, and then over time, what happens to the channels 3, 4, 5? They start to die off.
That's it.
Because they're not getting the water, and then that starts to affect the whole forest, and now you done.
Right.
So you can't get entangled with the affairs of this world, all right, because your living waters are gonna be stagnant.
That's it.
And most of the time when people fall out, it's what they get dragged back into the world. You know, that's like if you in the water and you got that current that keeps trying to pull you in, you got to keep on swimming. You got to keep on swimming until Yahushua gets here. You're not gonna reach the shore.
God.
All right. But if you don't keep swimming, the water's gonna pull you into the deep. So you gotta stay right in the middle. That means you gotta consistently keep on swimming. And that's what you do by staying in the spirit.
God.
Once you stop swimming, that shit pulls you in.
God. Hey, and one reason why a lot of people can't finish this ministry is because what? They don't really believe, man. You know, you don't really believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because you go through a little fiery trial and then you just back out. Yeah, no, this ain't for me. Oh, no. I got to do this. I got to give this up for this. No, you have to be built for this thing, man. It's Yahushua or bust. It's Yahushua or not. Like in the sports world, they say it's championship or bust. It's we going to the end. Is that or nothing? You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing in this world that's going to compare to this ministry. Ain't nothing in this world that's going to compare to the promises that's been promised to the elect of the nation of Israel. So once you start thinking like that, there's nothing that you're going to want to even think about, like, nah, what if the kingdom is not really going to come anytime soon? Oh, maybe I could start a business here. And there's nothing wrong with starting a business, but don't let that thing be the number one thing that takes you away from Yahushua, because he'll take that away from you. Including you, he's going to take you out of this truth, man, because you're not worthy to be his disciple, man.
Yep.
Like he just said.
Like those churches that in the Revelation 2nd chapter on down, you know, he tells them through the Lord through John is telling them, look, you guys are doing this right, you guys are doing this, but I have a problem with this.
That's it.
You're not doing this right. So that's why Paul also says what? Examine yourself daily whether you be in the faith. Now the brother put a good precept. Fisher turned Hunter, Amos 9:11. This is Mark 4:19. It says, and the cares of this world. Oh, I don't know if he posted one. Okay. It says, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches. You see that? The deceitfulness of riches. Because when you know, that's why they say it's not money. Money's not evil. It's the love of money. That's the root of all evil, because it can be very deceptive. Okay? So like it says, and the deceitfulness of riches and lusts of other things entering in, because you forgot what? You forgot your first love. So you start lusting after other things instead of desiring the sincere milk. It says, choke the word.
And also too, money, all right, a lot of people say, they're like, oh, you always feeding to make money, you always feeding to get. You notice in the world, a lot of people who make so much money, they're never satisfied.
Right.
You know, they're never satisfied because they're never satisfied with whatever it is that they have. I forget what philosopher said it. It might be Seneca. He said, if you're not content with the little that you have, you will never be content with whatever you're gonna get in the future.
You always want more.
You always want more, because the little that you have is not good enough. It's not suffice. It doesn't suffice. You know, so you're always feeding to get more and more and more, because you might say, okay, I want $1,000. You get $1,000, you're looking at, damn, I got $1,000 now. I want $1 million now. You get $1 million, I got my first $1 million. Let me get $1 billion now. So every single day you're chasing after something, you're never satisfied. What happened to when you were broke and you was looking for $1,000? The Lord blessed you with $1,000. Why don't you praise the Most High and thank Him for giving you $1,000? You know, share some with the brotherhood and so on and so forth. Jake, don't do that. Don't, nah, 1,000, all right, cool. We got to 1,000. Let's get to 1 million. Let's get to
Greed.
1 billion. Greed. You know, that's all part of the deceitfulness of riches, man.
You think you always chasing. That's why I say I'm chasing the bag.
You're chasing the bag.
You know, you always chasing. But see, they got that spirit for money, but you really should have that spirit for the truth.
For the truth, yeah.
That's why the Lord talks about hungering and thirsting. Because when you in this truth, if you have that mindset, you're gonna continue to grow. You gotta chase the riches of the truth. Oh, what's that? Romans 11:33. The depth of the riches of the Lord's wisdom. Because all right, I'm trying to learn this breakdown. I'm trying to, learn this, read this many chapters. When you hit it, then all right, now I want to hear, then you keep growing and progressing in the truth. That's the attitude you got to have in the truth, not chasing money. All right.
You finish that precept.
Right. So it said, entering in, choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful. All right. So when the word gets choked because in your mind, you can only focus on so many things. And when you over cramp your mind with the affairs of this world, the truth gets choked out. Because I gotta do this. I'm thinking of this. I'm thinking of that. I want to do this. I want to do that. And the lust drives. So all the energy and the time that you have, you're investing it in vain things. And then the truth is just sitting there, and eventually it just withers away.
Yeah, and a lot of people, a lot of people too, and it makes all the sense in the world. A lot of people don't really take this thing serious, or as serious as they should take it, is because they compare the truth to things in this world. The truth cannot be compared to anything in this world, man. It's your number one priority. It's your number one priority, man. It's above your woman. It's above your parents. It's above your life. It's above everything. If Yahushua laid his life down for us to gain salvation, why don't you lay your life down for other brothers to receive salvation too? You're basically, like Yahushua said, he said, if you did it for your brother, you did it for me. So that's the mindset you got to have, man. How is Yahushua going to feel about me giving up on this word? How are my brothers going to feel? We're at war and I just give up on my brothers? No. They out there, we out there too, baby. If I'm sick, bro, if even just being there with brothers, that's okay. Always remember that. It's not about me. It's about the body, the brotherhood, man. Yahushua's sacrifice. He said it wasn't about me. Yeah, he was going through his shit where he was talking to the Lord. He was sweating blood. This man was crying. A grown man. Yahushua himself, he was crying, man, because of the fear. He saw the future. He's like, damn, this is what I'm about to go through for these wicked ass niggas, man. Jake, all this, just so we can gain salvation, man. He did all that. He put everything aside, his personal feelings and everything. He said, let thy will be done, Father. Not my will, but your will be done. That's the mindset you got to have, man. Oh, I want to do this, but nonetheless, Father, let your will be done. And if his will entails you to go out there and put your body on the line, it entails you to have sleepless nights, it entails you to study as hard as you can, it entails you to stay out there in the cold, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whatever it is, sacrifice. Because the scriptures also say that everything that we're going through right now is not gonna amount to what we're gonna get in the kingdom, man.
But you do that for a fine ass chick in the world, you know? And people act as though the will of the Lord is like, the will of the Lord is more for us than for him. Why do you think the Lord is telling you to go out there and prophesy or to believe upon his word and repent? So that he could give us the kingdom.
That's it.
Did it not say it is the Father's good pleasure to give us the kingdom? So when you do all these things and you stop eating pork and you start following the laws, does that not better you as an individual? Are you not leaving off the ways of death so you can live, so you can gain immortality, so you can be at peace? I mean, what the hell is the problem? You know?
Just not built for it. You know, verse 34 says, salt is good, but if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be seasoned? You know, verse 35, it is neither fit for the land, nor yet for the dunghill, but men cast it out. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. Okay, that's talking about spiritual ears, man. So this is a warning, okay? Spiritually, this is a warning for brothers or men who feel weak. If you're in this thing and you feel weak, we're at the last minute of this thing. You can see how everything that's constructed is being deconstructed, man. Physically, morally, emotionally, spiritually, everything is being taken down, man. The Most High is chopping this place down left and right, man. So if you're in the spirit of, oh man, I'm not sure if I can do this, or you know, you dragging your feet, you know, like bro, you gotta hasten your feet, you gotta hasten your steps to get into that ark, man. The door's about to close, you know. So hey, you know, we know young brothers who, you know, you might be now coming to this thing, yo, take it serious, man. You know, we were there too. You know, we're still young,
man,
but hey, you know, we're still there. But it's a spirit. You know, the spirit is what quickens everything, man. You know, having the faith in the Most High, understanding that there's nothing but the Most High, man. You know, hey, our whole life is nothing without the Lord, man. And we look at it as it's something we owe the Lord this. That's the least we could do. You know, put our lives on the line to serve the Lord. That's the least we could do, man.
Man, that's like if you know, Neo Morpheus and them from the Matrix, they risk their lives to rescue Neo from the Matrix, and then he's gonna just turn on them, nah, take me back. You know what I'm saying, bro? They risk their whole lives to get you out so that you could do something for the greater good, and your dumb ass, nah, I want to go back into them, like that stupid dude that sold them out. You know, I know this is not meat, but it tastes like just let me think that it is.
His mustache and shit.
Yeah, his ugly ass mustache and shit. You know, so you know you gotta just put in the work, man. It's at the end of the day, count the cost, get in, dig deep, and just get into it. You know, get into it, man. This is the most important thing you can do with your life. This is the eternal legacy. All right, you're gonna reap eternal benefits. All right, so whatever it is, man. Hey, sometimes it does get hard. All right, it does get hard, but you gotta just toughen up and just go through it, as the scriptures say. Yahushua went through it. The men of old went through it. And if you are, you hope to be a part of the elect, you got to go through it, because the elect are going to go through it, you know? So man, you got to go through it, man.
Yeah, every single day, every lesson you do, every day you go out there, every prayer you say, every brother you teach, everything you do, always remember, I'm also paying my debt.
Right.
I'm in debt and I'm paying the Lord. I'm paying my debt little by little, man.
Micah 7 and
I got you.
That's it.
I got you.
Yep.
You know?
And you got to remember that, because, hey, how many times do you know the spirit jump on you to do a video and you don't do it, and maybe you about to step out or you about to go do something else? Now you start getting worried.
Yeah, you get,
you know, you like, oh, now it's like somebody's after you, and you got to look over your shoulder. You know, as if somebody lent you, like somebody lent you money, a loan shark lent you money, and you haven't paid him back. Because that's how it is when the Lord lends you the spirit to do a video, you don't do it. Now the Lord is like, oh yeah? Let me see what is so important that you're gonna do that you're not doing my work that you're gonna do over that. Now you don't, if you're in the right spirit, you feel uncomfortable, because you're like, whatever I'm gonna do, in order for it to succeed, the Lord got to be with it. Now, why would the Lord be with it if he just told me to do something, I didn't do it? Now you feel uneasy. You driving, damn, somebody could like T-bone my shit any moment. You know, you feel uncomfortable because the Lord isn't happy. So now you scared. So you got to make sure, let me just pull over. Let me do something, you know, so that the Lord could, you know, that death angel, if there was one following me, he could bust that U-turn.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Come on. This is the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
So now, why would he plead your case if you're not pleasing him? You know, he's giving us a second chance, right? So you gotta bear the indignation. That's a part of us suffering what we suffer in the world. But in that, you gotta do your best to be in the good side, because the Lord is coming back pissed off.
Yep. And
when somebody's pissed off, you don't even want to give them the slightest. You don't want to add to the anger.
The tolerance level is real low.
Very, very low.
So you want to trip over. You don't even want to say the wrong thing. You don't want to say
quiet.
Hi in a certain pitch. You know, you want to kind of like, how you doing, bro? No, you don't want to do eye contact. You just want to
be missing. Just go in the back somewhere and wait till they calm down.
That's it. You know, and for those who've been in this thing, you've tasted of this truth, and you turn your back on the Lord. Hey, like you said, He's going to turn your back on you too, man, because you turn your back in front of, you turn your back on the Lord in the midst of men. So He's going to turn His back on you in the face of His Father, man.
And that's going to hurt.
You know, that's going to hurt, man. He said, depart from me, for I never knew you, man. You know, Yahushua also said, what? My sheep heareth my voice. Okay, yeah, we are sheep and shepherds at the same time. Okay, so we got to always keep that in mind, that we owe the Most High this, man. Our whole lives were created to serve the Lord. All right, hey, let's close it out with this.
Yeah, so know why you in this thing. Because when when you hear that depart from me, I never knew thee. Wait a minute, that hurt.
Missiles.
You know what I'm saying? That's missiles.
That's missiles.
Because you're gonna see, and then you're gonna turn and you're gonna see the missiles, and your only way out is over here, but the missiles over here. That that's pain.
That's pain. That's
pain.
That's hurt.
That's hurt.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13, and we're gonna close it out.
Right.
It says, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High, and keep His commandments."
That's it.
And part of His commandments as a man of the Lord is what? To do the work.
But He said His commandments are not grievous.
It says, "For this is the whole duty of man."
That's why you were created.
That's it. All right. So we always have to keep that in mind and uphold that. Be a man of integrity, man. Once you step into this thing, all right, count the cost. If you're not ready for this, don't even make that vow with the Lord.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna come in and listen to your word. I'm gonna be around your men. I'm gonna play pretending to be part of this thing. If you're not true, the Most High will reveal you, man. And if you get revealed, that means you about to eat missiles, man. You are about to eat missiles if you don't repent. The Most High have mercy on you, man. So yeah, man. So hey, if you in this thing, you on the fence, you don't know what's going on, bro. Pray to the Lord.
Dig deep, because when Revelation 12 and 12, when they come down with great wrath, the famine of the word hits, all these things are hitting at once, and you don't know where to go, Lord ain't gonna come for you, So you got to put in your work now. It's not about men; it's a spiritual thing. Okay, I don't want this brother to be mad at me, or I don't want to. No. This is about the Lord's work, man.
That's right.
But hey, that's pretty much it. We just wanted to do that video real quick, so. Lord willing, it was edifying. For those that are doing what you got to do, keep doing what you got to do. That's it. Follow the path. Don't do too much. Don't do too little. Just do what you know is pleasing to the Lord. And for those of you who are on the fence, like the brother said, dragging your feet, this, down, the third, get on point. Because the Lord said, if you lukewarm, you cold to Him. And He's going to spew you out of His mouth, and that's it for you.
That's it.
All right? Because I'm not going to spit and then go pick up the spit and put it back in my mouth. No. The second that goes out, it's done. It's done.
You step on it, you rub it.
That's it. Put some sand on it,
Everybody walking on
it. You worthless. Make sure you don't end up as that, whatever the Lord's about to,
Gone. Gone.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect. In closing, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Until next time.